welcome to Tracas of Crisia. Last time you were staying in Velkovi, and what was supposed to be a very peaceful night ended up being a not very peaceful night, where the city was, under attack by a creature in a black and gold mask that should have been slowed down by the anti-demon shell, but wasn't, adding more questions than answers to the situation. You kind of finished everything you wanted to do in Velkovi. You got yourself a horse, 2 horses, and a cart, and have now left Velkovi, seemingly on your way to Quarn. So you are going to be able to leave Velkovi without any issues. I think we said Astra and Hrugguhl were driving.
Right, they're both on the top.
taking
sharing.
turns.
They're both on the top cart, and the rest of you are in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Who is actively driving right now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Astra? Okay. I can't remember if I asked you to do an animal handling check. We'll just assume I did and that you passed. I can't remember. So
I can roll one if you want, just to be sure.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. And so yeah, you are able to leave Velkovi without much of an issue. Where are you planning on going?
Sebastian, if you wanted to give me an earful, feel free. At your leisure.
I think after he gets in the carriage.
Agata, I am disappointed. We are now a
I'm not-
team. Everything you do reflects on all of us. You cannot think of just yourself.
Everything I get caught doing reflects on all of us.
Everything you do reflects on us. The consequences of your actions are our consequences.
She would probably look down at that. Maybe I was a little hasty.
Next time, let's think. I'm sure there are reasons for what you did, but perhaps we could discuss them and think of a better outlet, or at least a way we can help you with those problems.
Next time, maybe you throw the brick.
How about next time, no bricks are thrown, and whatever anger you have inside of yourself, you talk it out.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think at this, Sebastian's just going to shake his head. Is this a carriage with like seating, or is it just kind of like an
So
Yeah, it
how
should be in seats.
How I sort of described it last time, it's sort of made out of sort of a toughened wood. It's like a stagecoach, so it's like the ones that fancy people wear. So it's fully enclosed in wood, windows on each side, and inside you've kind of got benches that face each other, kind of like highwayman style stagecoaches. Basically,
Cool.
you've got obviously not quite as fancy. Obviously, there's no curtains or anything, but or it's not cushioned seats or anything, but it's that kind of like shape and design.
Okay, Sebastian is going to go to the other side of the carriage, sit on the seat, and basically lean on what I'm assuming would be usually an armrest for most people, but is essentially a headrest for Sebastian. And sort of leans looking up out the window, and is very much giving Agata the silent treatment.
I think you should probably just stare back, like leaning on her shield, chin on it. Pensive, thinking. She's not used to being in a team. Maybe I could have given that rule book a read. I'll get back to you on that.
Not responding.
As the sort of drivers up front, where are you planning and how are you planning to go?
Are there major roads, or is it just?
No,
There's
so
nothing.
sort of as described before, there's no real, because of the very nature of this place, like there's no natural roads. Generally what people do when they're going somewhere is they just tend to go in as much of a straight line as they possibly can. Now you've been given like a map of the North Valley, so you know kind of where everything is. So the natural inclination would just literally go straight line. Obviously, you'll be avoiding things like sort of areas you can't pass, like a lava pool or what have you, just natural little side turns and detours. But generally you'll just be going in a straight line. Yeah, so you'll basically be going straight down. We said that if you're going straight to Quarn. It's good, and you're going at a normal pace with the horses. It will take you 3 days to get there, with you getting there at sort of the end of the last day. But then there was some debate about whether you wanted to push the forces harder, which will basically will cut if you push the horses the entire time, you will basically get there in 2 days, and you'll get there at the beginning of the next day, of the third day. It's up to you on how you want to do that. Obviously, there are situations that can occur if you're going quickly. You get disadvantage on perception, survival, and stealth. So, but you get disadvantage to stealth anyway, because you're in normal travel. You get disadvantage to stealth regardless. So the question is what you want to do. Do you want to? Because obviously, looking at the route, you will pass the village of Arkera on the way. Like enough that you could see it in the distance, like so to your left, you'll see it.
Has it also got an anti-demon shell?
Yes, Arkera does have an anti-demon shell. So like basically calculating it, you even at normal speed, because in normal speed you'll basically travel 16 hours. So you will actually, by the end of the last day, kind of come fairly close to Arkera. Like you could pretty much detour straight, like on the end of the last day, you would end up actually there if you wanted to, or if you push your horses, obviously.
Yep.
You'll get to about 32 hours worth of equivalent travel, which will be about here. So you'll pretty much get to the edge of the burnt region of North Valley. So it's really up to you on how you want to go about it.
Does anyone have need to stop at Arkera?
I mean, I don't want to grab a new weapon, but it can wait if it needs to.
Actually, there is a benefit of going to another city, and that's taking off another one of our churches, so we can get there faster next time. Even if we're there
That is not a bad point.
even if we're there for an hour.
That's a fair point.
We just gotta think of our money, because remember we're paying 10 gold per day for horses.
Then let's ride fast.
Yeah, we can push these horses.
So push to Arkera, and then do we keep on pushing, and then we go a normal pace the second day, or?
We'll push to Arkera
And see from
and
there.
and see how the horses are doing. How we travel is done up to me and you. My first time driving a carriage, at least horses on a carriage.
In that case, let me go first.
But so we'll see how this travel goes. But I'm game to push if you are.
This isn't my first time.
I have animal friendship here.
Mhm.
It says at will.
Mhm.
I feel like there's another prerequisite to that,
I think it's for snakes.
but I can't see it.
Yeah, it's for snakes.
Specifically
if I remember
snakes.
correctly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I think you're right. You're right.
Because I think it
Okay,
comes
cool.
from your species. Yeah, it's from your serpentine spell casting. So, yeah,
Only snakes. Right,
only
okay,
snakes.
never mind.
Unfortunately,
I was
or
thinking
snake bait. Or
just
I would
charm this
extend,
horse into
I would extend it to snake-based, loosely
Creatures.
snake-based creature.
cool.
Um,
We
But
haven't
yeah.
been pushing that so hard.
I know. I will.
Is that a snake? It's crap. No. Is that a snake?
Yeah. No. But no. So if you're gonna push to Arkera, you will get there in half a day. Basically, so you left. Obviously about 11ish. You left. So in about 4 hours, you would get to Arkera. So the question is what you would want to do once you reached Arkera.
With the stop for horses breathing, maybe 6 hours probably safer.
Yeah, we can. So I'll do
Also like to check out the tracker emporium and what they have there.
6. So it's about 5 o'clock in the evening. So you've reached Arkera. Now, you can obviously return the horses to the stables if you want. Sort of check them back in, so then you're not accruing time, basically, if you are going to stay here the night. You don't have to stay here the night, obviously, if you just want to.
What do
drop
you
'em off
reckon,
and pick 'em back up.
guys? Well, folks, we gonna just go to the church, go to the Track Emporium, pick up our token, and then get back on the road, or do you want to stay in the night?
I would not say no to a comfortable bed.
We can't afford a comfortable bed, so is the
If you
road all
prefer-
the same again? No doubt.
I guess they're pretty much the same, if that is the case.
How big is this city? Will we be able to do everything in like an hour or?
Well, Arkera is a village,
Small
so
enough.
you
Village.
can, especially compared to the city you were just in, it is considerably smaller.
Okay. My vote is to keep moving.
Get in, get off, get out. Let's go.
Get off, sort out that teleporter, magical jumbo wumbo, and then move on.
I would like the Tracker Emporium, please.
No, that's fine. But yeah, you can go to the Tracker Emporium. Now, Tracker Emporium. Well, do you want to go to the Tracker Emporium or do you want to go to the church?
Church first.
Okay.
I don't know if perhaps after this last village's situation, perhaps we should split up.
Let's all go to the church first.
Yeah, because
Get
you have
our-
to register your thing
get-
individually, otherwise it doesn't work.
Oh, right.
Get
yeah,
our
yeah.
registry, and then you can fuck about, do whatever you want, splitting up.
Previous situation.
I will tell you more on the road.
Yeah. Looks at her shoes. Greaves. Greaves?
I
is that?
glance
No.
between both of you.
Right.
Kind of like kicking dust.
Not take an insight check to see that Sebastian,
Yeah.
although his face does not have many expression, is very much frustrated.
Yeah, you enter the village. Again, as you can see, you should hopefully be able to see this now. It is considerably smaller than the city, which makes sense, right? You enter through the entranceway that's here. There's the stables is here, so you can sort of drop off the horses. They'll just look after them for you before you kind of, because you said you're going to leave again later. The church is very clear because it's massive, especially compared to everything else. And this is a Riadonian church.
Ooh.
So the entrance to it is basically facing towards the center of the village. So sort of south-facing area. You can kind of see a nice little fountain in the middle. Nothing really fancy, but nice little fountain.
Is the
Um,
anti-demon shell beam still coming out from the center of the church?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Now, what you will notice when you're coming in here is that the ash falls from the sky a lot more here than it does in other places. Like to the point where, especially as you sort of reach more to the center of this village, you've got a lot of people that are just sweeping sort of ash out of the way because it just keeps coming down. And also, because the ash is coming down quite a lot, you'll see that people have this weird device which looks like some metal frame with cloth on top of it, sort of arching over them to sort of protect themselves from the ash that keeps falling down so they don't get hit by it.
I feel like I need one of those,
Neat.
but more colorful. Something with a nice pattern.
Maybe
Yeah,
you
they
get a
all have
see-through
different
one.
patterns.
See-through one.
Yeah, so you see that. Obviously, there is an information kiosk if you wanted to find out about the amenities around here, which will be this building down here, or to the left, or to the west, should I say, of the town, of the village. If you wanted to find out what's here.
I mean, we'll probably go there to find out about the Tracker Emporium, where that is, right? So might as well get the information on everything else while we're there.
Okay. So they will tell you of everything that's here. Obviously, they've shown you where the church is. They'll tell you about that there's a tavern here. So rather than in the city where you had like a separate place to eat and another place to stay, in a lot of the smaller places, they have one place that does both. So this is what they will call taverns. So in the taverns, you can eat there and sleep there in one go. And and that is here. You'll hear about the smith, which you'll be interested to hear. They have a Mastersmith here. You
Ash, bash, and cash.
Ash, bash, and cash. Yes.
That's a good one.
I didn't say as well that the tavern's called Faded Ash. Then you've got an apothecary called Pick Your Poison, and the tracker emporium called Black Shovel. So they say, these are the sort of buildings that, again, you're more going to be interested in. So they tell you where they are, what they are, so you can go as you were. What would you like to do?
Head for the church first.
Yeah, let's register.
Okay. So, you enter the church. Now, obviously you're used to the Cyrillician church and how that was sort of laid out, but this is laid out quite differently. So, what you'll notice is when you go in there, they have basically, it almost looks like a field in there. There's like numerous rows of like bushes with various berries growing on them. Rather than benches, people just sort of sit on the grass like they would in a field, basically. So the idea is supposed to be sort of outdoors but indoors. As you sort of enter, you are greeted with some juice that you can have.
This is nice.
Oh, fancy.
Is it so?
Obviously, they ask you,
grass.
especially Astra, like, do you want? They're not really sure. Do you want juice? Am I offending you by offering you juice?
I'll take juice.
Okay.
I'll take juice.
I run
and will
on
alter
something,
it.
right?
How is the juice?
Very refreshing, actually. It's quite nice. I mean, obviously, because you're in quite a hot place, this is like a cool, nice juice on a hot day. So it's quite refreshing.
How is this grass alive? I'm so like.
Magic.
So
I don't know,
many
do you wanna roll-
questions.
do you wanna- do you
Arthur
wanna
has
roll
so
it?
many questions. Sebastian's just cool
Yeah.
with it. But
I'll say if
Arthur
you can
has
roll a
many
nature check
questions.
if you want to, but
Is the grass is it like very well manicured and prim and proper?
it's designed to be like a field. So it would be kind of this. It's not like cut to a level. It's not like a lawn. It's just like a field. So it's just grass is growing, allowed to grow. Obviously,
So there are weeds, different kinds of grasses.
Yeah, sure. I mean, basically, no, there's no weeds. The idea is it is a nice field. So again, it's grass.
Like a
Probably not-
meadow.
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of about this tall. I
Mhm.
wouldn't. They haven't they haven't got a ruler out and measured it. They obviously cut it every now and again. How they do it, you don't know, obviously, because you haven't asked them. But it isn't cut evenly. It's designed to be as natural as possible. The only thing that's a little bit more orderly, though, are that the bushes are kind of obviously purposely put, because if they did it too randomly, it'd kind of get in the way. So it's designed to kind of yes, they've been obviously put there for a reason, but yeah.
Hrugguhl will be admiring the bushes. Does he have any idea how this is growing?
You can roll nature.
Ooh, yes, I do. 19.
It does seem natural. You can feel that there's soil underneath, certainly. But then you obviously, so that they must be watering them.
You said
You're not
ash
quite
was a
sure
good
how they-
fertilizer, though. Plus,
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, which is always quite handy. So they can obviously do that. You're not quite sure how they get the requisite sunlight, being indoors. You haven't quite figured that one out yet. But yeah, it looks like it is naturally grown grass and bushes. And yeah, you look at the berries and you could pick one up and eat them if you really wanted to.
Sebastian 100% picks berry and eats it. It's just drink this juice, picks berry.
Yeah, they won't say anything to you, obviously picking the berries and having them. They kind of take, please. So, and obviously you'll see a priest sort of at the end, like they usually are, which is a female half-elf.
I'll
I was
take a
saying
few
he doesn't
berries.
like grass. Thordas doesn't like grass. What's going on?
Agata likes grass. After spending so long at the academy, she got used to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably the first time. Probably the first time you've really seen grass since the academy, which has been a few days, about a week.
Yeah, maybe take the opportunity. No, she's still too grumpy. Won't take her shoes
Okay.
off.
Because we've obviously done registration before, I'm happy to skip through it all unless you particularly want to talk to the priest. But we can kind of say, yeah, you'll speak to them. They'll let you register to the Trackaway without incident, unless you cause incident.
No, I compliment them on their garden.
Oh, thank you. We take much care, Riordan, he's one for nature, so we honour him by making it as lovely as we can.
Indeed.
What are these birds?
What? Excuse me. What are these berries called? They are delicious.
Ah, those would be raspberries.
Raspberry. Very.
Are we just allowed to take them at will?
Yeah.
Definitely take a fistful or so, ready to make some wine or something.
Yeah, I mean we could like blueberries, I guess.
Mhm.
My
Anything
this is where
sweet you
my
can
na-
make into
my
a
na-
wine.
my nature check isn't
Yeah,
very good.
as
I
far-
don't
as
know
far-
what grows on what.
As far as if we go by Stardew Valley, you just stick it in a barrel, and if it's a fruit, it'll make wine.
Anything that's got natural sugars and will have yeast generally, and we can ferment if stored long enough.
Thank you, Matt.
And chuck it with a bunch of honey and attempt to make jam.
Or
Probably would need
mead.
some.
Or mead, yeah. Ooh, fruity mead.
So yeah, you are able to do that, and you can add that to your list of trackaway spots.
Astra can Astra give them like a pouch of wild seeds that they have accumulated over the years.
What are these?
Help
seeds of?
tend your garden. Just spread them out and watch them grow. They'll nicely complement what you got going here.
Well, thank you very much. We will add to our garden. Thank you.
Extra secretly giving out man-eating plant seeds.
Yeah,
Tempted.
and as you go,
Only to the
they
bad
will,
places.
and they'll say to you as you go, "Praise be to Crisia."
Praise be.
Orders were just nod.
Praise.
Praise be.
Is there anywhere else you would like to go?
I gotta get that glaive.
Glaive.
Yeah, shall we
Mhm.
split? We can. Some of us could go track and Poro, some of us can go to the Mastersmith because it's worth knowing
Yes, I will go.
what their
to the
specialty is.
traffic.
As we're going round, Hrugguhl just pick up a big handful of ash at one point and just stick it in his pouch.
Sorry, say that again.
Yeah.
What
Throw
berries?
the ash through a
No,
window.
just ash
Ash?
as we're going past. Yeah, the volcanic
I mean,
acid spoil.
There's plenty of. Like I said, this place has a lot of it. You
Yeah.
you can't even go 2 steps without a pile. So yeah, that's not. How much do you want is more the question there. They'll probably see it as, oh, thanks, help get rid of it, some of us.
Just a big handful.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so who's going where?
I'll go to the Mastersmith.
Okay,
I'll also go to Master.
okay.
Truck
so you're
Emporium.
Mastersmith, Tracker Emporium,
I'll join them at the Tracker Emporium.
Agata.
Track and Emporium carry equipment, don't they?
Yes,
No,
but
they
it's
won't.
randomized.
I'll check there first because Mastersmith is gonna be more expensive.
They won't have gear.
They won't have weapons.
They won't have weapons, then Smith. Thanks.
Okay. Right, who should we go with first? Let's go for the Tracker Emporium first. Right.
Thordas, I am a big boy. I can take care of myself if you want to go look at weapons. I understand you are interested in that kind of thing.
No, I'm happy with the equipment I have.
All right. We are quite a duo, you and I.
And my attempt at elbowing someone in the side very much just goes into the lower part of his knee.
Or
Alright.
just looks down for a second. He thinks about doing it, but knowing that he could potentially break like half the bones in Sebastian's body, he decides not to.
Get into the Tracker Emporium. Of course, it's got a sign that says Black Shovel. You enter the store, and it's run by a male half-elf. Now, as you look at the store, there seems to be like a clear divide going down the middle, and half of it is kind of has one design, shall we say, philosophy, and the other side has a different design philosophy. So on the sort of left side of the store, it's kind of everything's kind of has more boxy shapes and hard corners, and it's all kind of covered in blue cloth. Whereas, like, if you look on the right hand side, it's got sort of smoother edges, sort of gold piping on everything, and like sort of swirls of fancy vine work everywhere. Yeah.
It's Two-Face.
A little bit.
If
A
the
little bit
guy
like
comes out and he's half in one outfit, half the other outfit, I'm
Half the
leaving.
other,
I was very
yeah.
tempted, but he's not. No,
Thank God.
no, he's not that. He's just a normal half elf. There goes.
Hello. We are the seeds of Crisia. Come to look
Ah.
at it.
Fantastic,
What the options
fantastic. Well, have a look around. See if there's anything that piques your interest. I will share with you what he has. So what he has, and I'll read it as well. He has backpacks. He has a vial full of acid, or vials, should I say? Because again, for the top half of stuff, he's got a few. He has spell scrolls. He has crowbars, grappling hooks, and the 3 magic items he has one for 580 gold, which is a staff of the Python, which is quite an interesting little thing there. He has a rare item which is 12,000 gold, which is Ring of Protection, and a legendary item called Ring of the Genie Summoning. I'm not even, the way out of your budget. But
That snake staff is right up your street, though, Arthur.
No.
No, buddy, you could ride him if he's giant.
I don't know what the size of a giant constrictor snake is. That is
Yeah, my first character rode a giant constrictor snake.
Look,
It was a
I'm
goblin.
small. It just has to be medium or larger.
Yeah,
Probably. I don't know. I have to have a look at that. But yeah, I don't know. 580 golds. It might be. I don't know how much you've got.
it
in your
might
fund.
might be worth getting the grappling hook and crowbar just so we don't regret it later because they're quite cheap. Or do you have them already?
You got a grappling hook, right, from a previous store? I think you have a crowbar.
we got one grappling hook, but I can't remember whose inventory it went into.
Hrugguhl's.
Hrugguhl, yeah, Hrugguhl had.
I already had one.
I think that's what we sort of went. Oh, well, you've already got one, but we don't.
Then I'm carrying a bunch of bear traps at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
But-
you got the.
That's what we did. We bought back. Yeah, and I've got one as well, I think.
Sorry, I just heard something. I'll be right back.
And I mean, if we need the crowbar, I am the crowbar.
Oh well, this is it. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
To be fair, it gives you advantage to strength checks when you're using it, but you could just rage and get exactly the same perfection.
Shouldn't you?
I
This-
suppose you wouldn't use a rage, but yeah.
Sorry, lack of knowledge. Rage increases your AC as well, doesn't it? Give you plus 2 AC.
No,
No,
half
You add to your
damage.
damage. You add to your damage.
it's just the half damage. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Gain half damage. I gain advantage on any strength abilities.
Do you
strength
get
save
bonus
throw.
damage on your attacks as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
It gets raid
Yeah.
damage, which is probably where you're thinking of the +2.
Yeah, that's it. And that scales, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of.
Right. While you're thinking of what you want to do at the Tracker Emporium, we'll go to the Mastersmith. So the Mastersmith.
So when we're on our way walking over to it, I'll walk up by Agata. Everything all right, Agata?
Peachy.
Do you want to talk about what happened? No is okay.
What's the snake told you?
Nothing.
Then no.
As you wish.
Appreciate it. Friend.
Nod my head, then we keep walking.
We continue walking in silence.
from the Mastersmith. So one thing you'll notice, obviously, when you go there, it has the name on top of it, like, you know, Ash, Bash, and Cash. But it also has a, you know, it has like a special emblem on the front of it. I don't think I've ever shown you this emblem, so I will show you the emblem. It kind of looks like a shield with a sort of golden, like a fancy M on it. The shield kind of has like almost horns coming out, and it's got like a hammer coming down, which is kind of the sign of the Mastersmith, basically. Like this insignia is like kind of like a rosette you get here for, like, you know, restaurants. This is basically like, you know, to denote that they've got a Mastersmith certification, basically. So you enter the store, and you can see a female gnome sort of tending to the store. She sees you coming in, and she kind of goes, "Hey, clean yourself off. I don't want any of that ash in my store."
It's like spilling out of our pockets.
I bow my head and start cleaning.
Okay.
Brush yourself down. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Agata
This
just
is where you need Sebastian with
violently shakes like a dog outside the front door.
Nice.
Just take it in turns, like bat each other down, like.
Yeah.
You're like picking out of each other's hair and shit like that.
Obviously you go in and that's fine. So she asks you, what can I do you for? I'll also remind you, I'll say that the store itself is actually pretty, like, standard. Like, it's just like a standard smith. It's not actually fancy looking in the store itself. As you've sort of seen in maybe other shops where they have a little bit more sort of personal flair. This one has like no personal flair whatsoever. It's like they almost bought it and just left it, as it were.
Right. Glaive. Cheap and cheerful.
Ah, glaive? Well, I can give you a bog standard glaive, or I can make it very fancy.
How fancy and expensive are we talking?
So, because it'll be easier for me to explain this OC.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how
Easier
I'm
for me to place the order, I see, as well.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'll do is also share the notes for her as well, because so you can read it as well as I'm reading it. She is able to expertly fine-tune gear to suit her customers' needs. And now this is going to be very interesting based on what you were after for Agata. So what it basically means is she can put any property of any weapon on any property basically on any weapon, assuming it sort of makes sense.
Okay.
So if you want to make a club that's versatile, she could. You know.
Okay, I might need some outside help for this because I'm mechanically challenged.
Now, no, I can't change the mastery.
That is
because I
OP as
haven't
hell, and the mastery is what I want it for because I
haven't balanced mastery. I haven't figured out how I'm going to balance that. But like, if you want a glaive that has a range,
what throne property?
like or the throne property, you could do it. Now, the crazier the combination and the harder it is, obviously, the more it costs.
It is effing mental. And
I would like a
brilliant.
glaive with like a button where I can fire the blade out.
Yeah. Now we can talk about that in a minute. So, and obviously that's for weaponry. Now for armor, she can kind of do something similar, but basically so an example here is like, if an armor gives you disadvantage to stealth, she could remove that disadvantage at the sacrificing of AC. Or vice versa, she can give AC to armor, but you'll get disadvantage to stealth. So it's things like that. By adding extra padding and obviously and things like that.
In that case, I use a shield, so versatile. I don't want it to be two-handed anymore. I want a one-handed glaive.
Okay. So what is a glaive? So we'll have to discuss.
Glaive is reach, heavy, and two-handed. So I imagine that's not going to be too easy.
No. So obviously she's going to have to get rid of the heavy and get rid of the two-handed.
Don't necessarily need to get rid of the heavy. Heavy just means small creatures can't use it.
Right.
And if it's heavy, it makes it two-handed.
Oh, I see.
That's what I mean.
They go hand in hand.
You couldn't have
Probably not be able to afford that then, am I?
You couldn't have a one-handed heavy thing. And to be fair, like if I was going to do that, I probably would have to sacrifice a damage die. At least.
Drop it from 1d10 to 1d8. Wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. I'd probably charge you around... How much is a glaive normally? 20 gold. Probably charge you about 70 for that.
And I have 83 on me.
Yeah.
This seems
Okay.
worth. So what? So one-handed glaive still has reach. Deals
Yeah.
1d8 instead.
Yeah.
Still has reach. Means I can use graze.
Yeah, you'll have graze still.
And I'll still have my longsword.
Mhm.
What does
If it's
longsword
heavy and
actually do?
two-handed,
One-
could you still make it versatile?
You could, but for an extra cost, you'd have to make it for to being versatile.
Have
Depends where the
versatile
weight is.
instead of the two. Instead of
But
the.
it's not. It doesn't work like that. It's like a cost for taking it off and another cost for putting something else on.
But
you have to
if it
change
had
it.
versatile, we wouldn't need to take anything off, right?
Yes, because heavy again you can't put versatile.
Heavy. You
and
have to.
heavy on a
Okay,
thing,
I see.
you know?
Uh,
Like if you were going to do that, I'd probably have to make it at least 95.
Ooh. What do we think, boys? I think I'm fine with the one-handed.
It's your
I'm
weapon.
usually gonna have my shield anyway.
It's not bad, though.
It's not bad.
Deal.
I think let's go with the 75. Yeah.
Wait, how long will this take?
Oh yeah. How long will this take?
Give me 2 hours.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Right. So what
Slap
did I
of a
say?
hard handshake. Pleasure doing business.
I've got an image of a character I wanted to build, and what I would do with that capability of swapping weapon properties. So,
Yeah,
fucking
This is
cool.
definitely going to be a place we're going to
that's-
be returning to.
I tell you
Yeah.
what,
Yeah, this is
Mar-
very valuable.
Mastersmith titles are no joke,
Mm.
and this is just one of them. All the others have different properties. They're different.
How many are
abilities.
there in total? You said
5.
five?
So
Yeah.
there's one in your guild.
Yep.
Which can upgrade gear by making them +1, +2, +3.
Mhm.
Which obviously is pretty good in itself. And obviously now this one does a sort of you can basically customize gear. I said the other 3 have different abilities. Some of them are, I find some of them are quite interesting actually. Feeling that this is a head scratcher. Some of the other ones are, gonna get inventive and get some deep pockets.
Oh, maybe it would have been easier just to put reach on my longsword. Oh well.
I mean, you can do that. I mean, if you want to do that, that'd be definitely cheaper.
Oh,
because
but then I
what's
wouldn't get the graze. Don't worry about it. Oh, having 2 weapons is no issue.
Okay. So what did I say? 75.
Yeah, I've removed it from my inventory already.
Okay, so yeah, we'll go. We'll. What are you gonna do for the 2 hours? Are you gonna stay here, or are you gonna go somewhere else?
Pub?
Yeah, you can do for.
I might ask actually along with us. My daggers.
Yes.
I enjoy throwing them, but I don't enjoy having to collect them back very much.
Quite lazy then, aren't you?
Yes, but in the middle of a fight, you don't necessarily have the time.
Right.
I was wondering if there was possibly be a way to have them return back to me. Maybe some sort of tether of some kind. I don't really know.
Interesting. She thinks for a bit. See, the returning to you part's a bit tricky. I mean, I suppose the easiest way is to have it literally tied to you, and you just sort of pull it back. I could probably do. Is it just each one individually tied to you, or are they tied to each other?
Tied to me, I need them to come back to me, preferably.
Okay.
I don't know how long this would take as well. We're on
Well,
a bit of a tight schedule, unfortunately.
I could probably think of something. It'll probably cost you about 35 gold though, and you have to give me your daggers. That's not under. That's not. And if you wanted me to give you daggers, that'd be extra.
I can provide the daggers.
And it'll take me another 2 hours, so that'll be 4 hours in total.
I guess
May
we
as well stay the night.
could stay the night.
do you hand over the 35 gold?
Gladly.
I'm guessing that's coming out of the team. Oh no, never mind. Yeah,
No,
do you hand over 35 gold? Fine.
I've got
yeah.
that.
Your private pockets money.
Yeah,
Would you like to
actually,
pay? Would you like to pay for it yourself?
I have the money.
I mean, if it goes to the team, the team funds, I've got no qualm for either of yours equipment's being used for this purpose.
Ooh.
Do have to remember we have to pay for the waters.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much it's going to cost to stay at the tavern yet.
I'll pay half out of my own.
Anything else?
I think we're good.
Does she enhance shields? Or am I reaching?
I guess we would have to have a discussion. What would you want the shield to do?
I don't know. I would more ask for a menu. I can't imagine.
The thing is, because she's like so varied, it'd be like, huge.
Yeah. I mean,
You
the
need to-
natural
you
idea
need to-
for a shield is to throw it, but I've got javelins already, so
Yeah. Also, I don't know what benefit that would have.
yeah, not much.
It's not. It doesn't. Yeah, I know. Obviously, Captain America does it.
It's the
but that's
first thing that jumps to mind, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's still, if it had a thrown properly, it essentially would do damage hitting something. It's
You
probably
could
the
throw- yeah, I
equivalent
mean-
of a hand axe.
Yeah, I mean, it just wouldn't come back to you, but you
No,
could.
no,
Yeah,
no.
you could give it so it's
Reasonable.
aerodynamic, so you could have it like thrown as a
Magnets,
bonus.
Sonny.
Mm.
Magnets. I'm sure they exist in Crisia, right?
If you had the light property on it, you
Not
could
for the-
use it as an improvised weapon, but it wouldn't do much damage, would it?
Not really. No, probably what D4.
Yeah.
Unless you got it bladed, and then I would up it.
Unless you got it bladed, or you could like use sap with it or something.
I don't know. Again, masteries I'm not messing around with, but
Alright.
but you could if you had it reinforced and bladed and all this business, then I mean at that point there she's building. Yeah, she'll be building you a custom thing, which would cost.
Yeah,
a
it'd
fair
probably be
amount.
cheaper to just get a spiked shield at that point, wouldn't it?
I mean-
No, I'm good. I'm good to go.
I mean,
Well, you could get- Yeah, sorry.
The other alternative for shield is to be able to have it light enough so that you could use a two-handed weapon.
You could potentially like if
That's
she
the
could
other
strap
side.
it.
The arm, like
She could,
Starcreek.
she could like strap it to your
Yeah.
bracer. You would lose AC
Yeah.
because it's obviously smaller and lighter, but yeah, it'll only give you one bonus to AC then rather than two.
Yeah. Much to think about for next time. Don't want to blow for any more of the gold.
No, that's fine. So we'll go back to the Tracker Emporium then. So do you have any idea if you want to be buying anything from here? Sebastian and Thordas.
What's the name of the? Why I asked? I haven't asked.
You haven't
have I?
asked?
No.
Hola, what is your name? I am Sebastian, and this is Thordas, the Obsidian Tower, an immovable object against even gargantuan creatures.
Ah, yes, he's a big one, isn't he? My name's Zelsin.
Zelsin,
Mm.
it is a pleasure to meet you.
Ah, likewise. Are you going to buy
Yeah.
anything?
I really like the look of your staff,
Oh, yes.
but it is a little out of our price range. I'm just wondering if there is a possibility you could put it on hold.
No. I mean, I don't know if you've been to a Tracker Emporium before, but the stock is always shifting. It has to go to different places, right? They can't, they don't stick around for too long. So it'll be here today, it'll be gone tomorrow. So if you want it, you kind of have to get it. There's no reservation. Otherwise, we'd be here forever, and we'd all be stockpiling, which means it's not going to somebody else who is going to buy it.
See, I understand. It's just, I would really love it. And unfortunately, I know I do not have the funds right now, but I'm sure I could get them.
Well, I'm sure it will come around again when you do have the funds. How much have you got?
Not enough. Not enough.
Excellent.
I noticed. It is all right. You've done your
Okay,
best. Thordas, is there anything you like the look of?
Not really, no. I thought I'd best come here just in case you do buy something, because I'm normally carrying almost everything anyway, so...
Thordas, you are more than just a carrier.
I
And I look
point to
back-
the 4 hunting traps I have on me right now.
I said more than. I'm not saying you're not doing it right now.
I look to the guy and I'm just like,
He stood against a great six-winged creature and did not move when it struck him. This thing killed guards, destroyed practically an army, but Thordas stood still against the fire.
If you're expecting him to be impressed, he is definitely not. He is literally working in a shop that is for trackers.
If anyone asks, now you know.
Okay.
Come on, Thordas.
Actually, here's a question. Have you seen a creature kind of like what he described? Big creature, blue wings, feathery, fly past this direction?
Black and gold face.
I've been in here all day.
Have you heard anything from other trackers about creatures with a black and gold face?
Black and gold face?
Mask, face, something along those lines.
No, nothing like that comes to mind.
And have you ever heard of any creature, demon folk, penetrating the anti-demon shell?
Well, such a thing is impossible.
That has changed.
Until yesterday, perhaps. But now we have seen it.
Well, that's alarming. That's, Can they all just do that now? Have they just, like, evolved past it?
I do not think so. There is something about this creature. Maybe it's because it had 6 wings. Something else. I'm not sure.
Well, I guess then your friend needs to go out there and start, you know, going up against it then if he's so formidable.
He will. Because he is the Obsidian Tower. And for that, we stand behind him.
I guess that would make sense. I mean, he is bigger than you.
See.
Thordas is just gonna start heading out. He ain't gonna be buying anything in there. He's gonna head back to the center.
When Thordas goes, I wouldn't have any loose change on me or anything, would I?
Not unless you've got it in your inventory, no. That's why it's always good to keep loose change on you.
Oh yeah, I should get loose change on me. I'll just lean into the guy and just be like,
if we come by here again, and you've heard anything, a gold or copper for your information.
Sure. Okay.
and Sebastian just like slow saunters out like he was very clever in doing that, which he probably wasn't. He walks away.
Yeah. So where are you going to head next?
I look at Thordas and I go,
Perhaps you would like to meet the others at the Smith. I would just like to go look at the apothecary.
I mean, I was just gonna wait for them at the center. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just gonna wait there by the fountain, by the well, whatever that thing in the middle is.
Buenos.
Okay. What we'll do then, put you over there, in the center. You'll go to the apothecary, and I think you said you guys wanted to go towards the tavern, right?
Yeah.
We'll first head back and just check in the horses and let them know that we won't be needing them.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you guys
If
can
we're
do that.
we agreed we're staying
I
on that.
won't be needing them
It's probably
in
worth
months.
double checking the cost of the tavern, but so it's probably worth.
Do you want to do that first before you?
Yeah, if uninterrupted, Agata would have headed straight there.
Well, I was going to say that you sort of enter the area, like quite nicely. You enter the area as Thordas is kind of walking through. So you will see each other across the way before you end up in there.
It's hard to
Kind of
miss.
see, you will kind of see like Sebastian, like, or just in the slight corner, like of the alleyway. He like sort of down that, down this alleyway. You'll see like Sebastian going off in a different direction that you've not been in. If you do anything about that, but yeah.
I'm not sure it's wise that some of us go alone. I'll follow him.
Apparently, he's going to pick your poison.
I wave.
Nice. Right, Thordas, we need these two have requested the Mastersmith to make some things for them. So we need to. It's going to take some time, considering how late in the day it is. We're thinking we might stay the night. So We just need to check the prices and make sure that it's worth staying. Otherwise, we might just wait around and get back on the road.
Okay. That's fine, so I'm guessing to the tavern. Okay.
Go to the. Are you gonna? Is Hrugguhl running after Sebastian, or just sort
No.
of following?
No, following, keeping an eye. He doesn't want to be noticed by Sebastian yet.
Stalking me. Got it.
Yeah, I'm stalking you.
Okay, you've got such a You're so behind. I don't think it matters.
Fair enough.
Because
I'm
the
gonna
thing
be
is, like,
frank.
by the time you even get to here, he's already gone into the store, so you wouldn't,
Yeah, Sebastian's not overly perceptive anyway. He'll
Yeah.
probably just be like, "Ah, da, 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 da."
Well, my point was that there's nothing to perceive by the time there would have been. If that makes
Oh,
sense.
okay, okay.
So there's no point. So Sebastian, you enter the store. Now once you come in, the most immediate thing is there's a strong smell in here, the various herbs and concoctions. It's just really it's like a musk, it's like a real strong medicinal smell coming from this place. There's no real fancy decorations or anything. It's all fairly standard shelves, units. But what you do see is sort of behind the counter. Well, the person working here is a male human, has sort of dark red spiky hair, and a mole on their sort of right cheek, or sort of right here, quite a sort of sizable mole.
Mm-hmm.
Behind them is again just a massive shelving unit from sort of floor to ceiling, just full of vials, with no not really any labels on them, but just of various colors and consistencies. Some are thick, some are very liquidy, some have bits flying in them, some are fizzy, various colors, various shapes of flasks. It's just so much of it. It's almost a sensory overload just looking at this thing. But what I will also say is, and just because it sort of sticks out, is sort of in that area as well. Actually, it wasn't going to go all the way to the ceiling, but it doesn't matter. Sort of on it, there's a sort of like a what are they called, placards? They're like a
Mhm.
wooden shield
Yeah.
thing that you put something on top of. There's one of those sort of hanging sort of behind him, which has a very nice looking sword on it. It looks like a long sword. The hilt of it has sort of a silver edging with sort of hooked ends, on the side of the
Mhm.
the cross guard, and there's a gem in the middle of it. The handle is sort of wrapped in this black leather, and the pommel kind of has a diamond tip to it. The blade is I don't know how you would know this without. It's basically it looks like it's got layers in it in the blade, and it
Mhm.
sort of shimmers with different colors, a bit what you have there's an oil spill.
Yep.
And you'll see
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the funky. It looks like that. The blade looks like that. Very fancy.
Hmm.
As you come in, the guy greets you. Oh, welcome. How can I help you?
I have, my name is Sebastian. I am from the Seeds of Crisia. We are a new tribe. I was coming to look at your wares. I'm just very curious about something.
Yes.
What is a potion master doing with a sword of that beauty?
That's a good eye you've got there. Now, it's fancy you say that. It's a very special one. You see. Sorry. My name is Pinston.
Pinston.
Pinston, yes. Now, the sword you see up there, it's not a real sword. It's a replica. First off, before you know, it's a prize. You see, so we apothecary owners, we're all like we're all one family. You see, and we have this sort of competition, as it were. We call it the apothecary alphabet. Now, if you enter our stores and you buy something, we'll give you a little token with a letter on it. If you collect all 26, you win this sword, but the real version.
So into this. This is magical.
And hang on, wait. It's just
Only
rifles.
26 purchases, guys. It's like
What's a qualifying purchase? That's the question.
I mean, you could cheap it out, right? But yeah, it's up to you. But he just rifles through some stuff underneath the counter, right? And he pulls out this sort of like card, like little business card almost. It is a Navarite weapon with an unstoppable blade that adapts to its user's desires. So apparently, it's like this sort of demon spawn demon killer that's like trackers would all love. So you know, right up your street.
You know, how much of this is bullshit? Like,
Yeah, you can
I
insight.
feel like I'm being sold. Can I insight this?
Yeah.
22.
So this guy is excited that he gets to tell you this. Like, he's probably told it to people before, but like, he is very enthusiastic. Like, he is excited that he gets to potentially get you as part of this competition. So he's he's in high spirits about it. You don't think that? Well, there's no obvious tells that he's lying, or there's no cracks in his voice. He looks directly at you the entire time.
So it seems like he genuinely believes that this is an amazing winning prize, and he wants people to try and win it. And...
From what you can tell.
So, what you are saying is, I buy something. So is your store a particular letter, and I have to visit 25 other shops, or
you'll have to
have to buy 25 different potions?
Well, you would have to buy from every store. That will get you. Well, there's one in every settlement, in every Christian settlement. But yeah, mine is the letter P.
Okay. For Pinston.
Hey. See?
It makes sense. That's very good.
At this point, this is when you'll enter the shop.
I'm not entering. I'm staying at the outside. I'm listening. I'm trying to listen in.
Okay,
just hanging outside.
I mean, they're pretty loud, both of them. Like, I won't even bother letting.
I have no filter.
Yeah. Neither does this guy.
Does not have an indoor voice.
No indoor voice.
And this guy's obviously getting louder the more excited he gets.
Yeah, I'm just slightly to the offside, away from where he entered.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem. What do you think? Good, isn't it?
It sounds like a very fun competition. Question. With the whole problem with all the demon folk, don't you think this kind of weapon should probably be given to the trackers?
But who would you give? But who would you give it to?
So instead,
only
you
one that is
believe
worthy
to hide
and
it behind a monetary value of potions.
The way we see it is only someone who really cares about Crisia would go through this kind of effort. We're not going to give it to some bloodthirsty monster, right? And no Christian is going to go to all the settlements, right? It's only realistically going to be trackers. And we wouldn't want to give it monetary value because then some noble will just get it and hang it on his wall.
No, that's a pretty good point.
We need money because it costs a lot to make this thing.
Yep, I understand. Okay. What have you got for me, Vincent? What are the options?
So, the way these apothecaries are going to work, if you know a potion, they will sell every potion, essentially.
Okay.
There's no rotating stock. Literally, if it is a potion that is in the book, they will have it, basically. And that goes for potions and poisons. They will have both. That's why it's called Picky Poison. So they will do both there. So yeah, you can get all the potions of healing. You can get potions of giant strength if you want, potions of invisibility, whatever. Basically, if it's in the item list, which I can give you at some point, but it'd be weird to give it to you all now. But yeah, they'll basically have it.
Do spell slot potions exist?
What, as in restores one? You mean? I don't believe.
Would you have to get that custom made?
They don't custom make here, unfortunately. Right. These guys don't do that.
It's called pick your poison.
Yeah, because you can pick a poison. Pick one of the poisons.
Right.
I don't think there's one that restores slots. I'm just sort of quickly looking through.
I don't know if it exists in the base book.
I don't think it does. What I can do is, 'cause it actually fits quite nicely in one screen. That's kind of the potions they have on sale. I've just pasted in there for you.
Do you by any chance have a potion of growth?
Is that one? Yes, yeah. It's 100 gold.
100 gold, okay.
Yeah.
Good price
Yeah.
range. Not entirely sure how our bank account is doing right now, so I'm not going to go straight into that.
That's always the issue, right?
It's always
Surely the body
money.
confidence is
I
worth
will
any
remi-
price.
I will remind you, by the way, you've all got long comms, so if you did want to communicate with each other, you
Oh,
don't have
yeah.
to be with each other.
I'm just gonna be like, let me just check in. I'll find out. Hey, Astra?
So you'll get a ping in your ear, Astra, that Sebastian's calling you.
Oh, hey, Ash. Hey, Sebastian. How's it going?
Hi. So, I'm looking to buy some potions. I was thinking a potion of growth because then we could make Thordas like super huge in case of battle. How much money do we have left?
Enough to get us to Quarn.
Yeah, but like numbers. What are we looking at?
We've already got 100 gold floating in our account,
Right.
but we
We're
gotta
going to need-
we
we gotta
gotta
pay
stay.
for this.
We're trying to. We're about to find out if we're gonna how much a tavern costs for the night because we're potentially gonna wait for the Mastersmith to build some stuff for the folks.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I will not be getting that potion. Okay, I'll check back in a moment.
Wait,
Thank
wait,
you.
wait, Sebastian, what's going on?
Oh, the potion of growth is 100 gold. We do not have it.
Right? Why'd you want it?
Because I want to make Thordas huge.
I mean, it would be handy, but
In battle, I just think it would be very useful. Make him supersized.
I mean, let's deal with our first bounty first, because the bounty won't even pay us 100 gold to do
Yeah,
it.
no, that's fair. That's very true. Just I just like the idea of making the obsidian tower a tower.
Oh, we can get there. I'm pretty sure I can eventually learn a spell that does something like that. Maybe.
You can?
I mean, eventually.
Incredible.
Pretty sure I've seen some of the druids do that thing.
Maybe. I'm self-taught. I'm not really sure what I can do.
Okay. I mean, we've already got what? If you want to buy something, if you feel the need to buy something, we've probably got a most 50 to 70 gold to spare.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. Gracias.
Well, how'd it go?
It's not going to work out. We don't have the funds for it right now, but maybe I'll come back later for that kind of
Okey-dokey.
thing.
I'm
How
always
much
here.
is your potion of healing?
50 gold. Always good. Always good to have in your pocket. Well.
I can tell, Vincent, you are very excited about this.
I just want you to have a
competition.
tile, you know? I just want you to have one of these tokens, because I
Absolutely,
know how
absolutely.
keen you
And
are, you know? You seem like a
I
really
just want to
decent
put-
person, you know? I think you could do
I'm-
really well.
I'm very excited by this, and I know that my group are limited with funds. I'm just wondering, would you accept 40 gold, and I will write a song about your competition that you can play?
I tell you what. Because you seem like a nice enough guy. I don't know how useful it is to you, but you know, don't go telling the other guys this. Yeah, they'll you know, it'll be really awkward at the family reunion, and you know, our cheapest potion is 15 gold. It's called the Potion of Comprehension. You'll basically get the effects of comprehend languages, and you know, someone like yourself, I mean, being able to understand everybody would probably be quite handy.
See, it would. It would be very handy. Perhaps I will go for that one. So I can
Fantastic.
make sure I am part of this competition.
Yes,
And
yes.
I can imagine it being very useful. Potion to have.
Oh, yes. Excellent. So, brings out this potion from behind him. It is a clear concoction with bits of salt and soot swirling inside it. apparently. So it brings it over to you. That's 15 gold.
I will pay with credit.
I go to like. Which?
Yep. So yeah, take 15 gold out of the thing.
I've done.
Excellent. And we're probably going to need to give you some notes for this, but we'll do that in a minute. So yeah, he'll give you. So basically, after you've done that, he'll give you. So it's basically a wooden tile. It's probably just a bit bigger than like a Scrabble piece, and it will just have a P magically inscribed on it, because you can see that while it is engraved, it sort of there's like sort of a slight magical swirl going on inside it. Not massive, but you know, going on its own. He hands it over to you, going, "There you go, 25 to go."
Excellent. I'm so excited to be part of this competition.
Oh yes, yes. So am I. All the best of luck. I hope you win.
Good day, Winston. If I do, you will be one of the first to know.
Oh, fantastic.
I leave very cheery with myself that I found someone as positive as I am.
Yeah. What I'll do is I've added you a little thing in here as well.
As it's so small, he's putting it in his sort of kind of his jacket, kind of, well, because it's an overcoat being clips, I can kind of imagine he'll probably try slip it between one of the clips where it'll be like tightly bound together, kind of like a strap.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be too fussed about it. Basically, as long as none of you go missing, it's fine. As long as you kind of have, you can just have like one item that just says tiles, and then you can just list it in the description which ones you particularly are holding. So, or actually, if you're because in the Tracker Emporium you can access your sort of chest of holding, so you could always put it in there if you don't want to sort of carry it around with you.
I was going to say, he'll add the tile to his backpack, though. He'll
Yeah,
keep the potion on his like chest.
Oh, that's not a problem.
As I hear him coming out, I'll duck a little bit out of sight.
Fair enough.
Can I look around when I come out?
Yes, I mean, if he's round the corner, you probably won't see him, because again, he would have heard you way before.
Yeah,
you came
way
outside.
before I would have heard him.
You
Yeah,
know, this is the thing with being
true.
so flamboyant. Like, it's super obvious that you're coming outside. So, I would kind of allow that for him to do that. To the tavern. Sorry, yeah.
As we start moving, I'm going to try and sneak up and just clamp my hand on Sebastian's shoulder. I want to make him jump. I sneak up behind and my hand comes down. You should be careful, boy, going off by yourself in places you don't know.
He like slams his hand down on my shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna poison spray him in the face in like pure reaction,
Fantastic.
which is a con save of 15.
Go on then.
But this is Sebastian's like pure reaction of "Ah!"
Yep. I mean, that's fair. You shouldn't also sneak up on people. You
Yeah,
know?
no, that's fair. 7, I fail.
Roll your d12 and see how much damage he takes.
Oh my god, that's 10
D12.
poison
10
damage.
damage. Oh, that hurt. That went into your open mouth. That one really hurt.
After I realised who it is, I'm like,
Oh my god, it's Hrugguhl. Hrugguhl, I am so sorry. I did not know who you are.
No, I set myself up for that one.
It is just, I have had very bad experiences in cities and villages when I have been on my own.
Then
I
why
am
did
so
you
sorry.
go off by yourself? We shouldn't go off by
I thought that
ourselves,
would be
boy.
okay because I've had that experience before, but I am so sorry. Lo siento, so sorry.
You know what I mean? Hilarious is that Hrugguhl has 12 HP.
12 HP.
No, you could have downed him. That would have been so
no in hell I
funny.
would have been able to drag your unconscious
No
body.
way. No. Oh, dearie me. Okay.
Oh,
I just go, are you feeling okay? Are you okay?
I'll be okay. I slap his hand. I push his hand out of the way a little.
Okay.
I was like,
sorry.
yes. No, don't go off by yourself again, boy.
I mean, I was fine until someone slapped his hand on my shoulder. I'm just putting that out there.
You didn't know that. I could have been anybody.
I know enough.
Let's go.
I've survived many more places like this before.
There's an out of character question. Do you have any healing spells on Sebastian?
No.
Hrugguhl does, though.
But you would have been unconscious.
Oh, if I'd gone down. Oh,
I have a
Yeah.
healing potion.
Oh, you did. Yeah, well, there you go.
Thank God.
I would have used the healing potion, but
I mean, he
yeah.
could have
I
run
would
up.
have
Well,
that.
again, long comms, right? He could have called you guys over to say, "Come," So,
I'm really sorry. I don't know what happened, but I killed Hrugguhl.
like, it would have been hilarious if you.
I would have-
Yeah.
If that would have been a pathetic end to this my character.
That would have been pretty bad.
Yeah. the
So how did
weakling boy
Hrugguhl die?
killed
Wait,
you.
where's Hrugguhl?
Oh dear. Right. Tavern. So, you go into the tavern. Now, one thing you'll notice with this tavern is the walls are all sort of tinted, so they're all like dark. So you can't actually see inside. They're all blackened windows. As you walk in, this place is lit with sort of braziers that are sort of like, if you imagine like a large, like a sort of curved plate at the top. In the middle, you've got the brazier part, and there's sort of ash they've done lined around it, so to almost look like this ash is almost on fire kind of thing. But the flame is very actually no, won't go that far because you haven't checked it. But yeah, it's illuminating the room. All the furniture and fixtures are all sort of painted black, but they've got like these sort of sparkles in them. So they put like sort of silver bits
Oh, like,
in it, which
like
all
granite,
sort of,
kind of, with the speckled specks.
yeah, kind of like oh, I don't even know how to explain. But yeah, you've got like almost like a shiny stone or whatever they've put in there, inlaid with in all the wood and everything, and they sort of sparkle and they sort of flicker with the light, so you kind of get this all sort of twinkling effect throughout the whole place. Behind the bar, you'll see a female dwarf.
Straight up to the bar. No one is here with me, right? I went here first. Or did anyone come with?
No,
Where
you're
went?
there. You're in there with Thordas and Astra.
Thordas and Astra. I'll assume they want pints too.
Oh yeah.
3, please.
Excellent. Excellent. That would be 3 silver, please.
I think that should really come from the really, it's a
Another
business-
question. How
business
much?
expense.
Well, how much are the rooms in this place?
Oh yeah, and that.
They're one gold each.
1 gold each. Okay. So
How many
there's-
rooms? Are you gonna want rooms?
I can take a floor easily.
I don't mind paying for the rooms if we want to try and save money. I've got personal money that I can use. for us.
Hey, it's fine. We got three rooms, please.
Excellent. Here you go. Pass you over 3 keys. 3 gold and 3 silver for the beers.
There you go.
Would you like some food?
Sadly, haven't eaten yet, so probably
Sure.
need food. So.
So it's at 6, you're roughly about 6 p.m. Probably about a bit later than that actually now. So you're probably about 7 p.m. after everything else. So, well, it's 5 silver a meal. How many? 3?
Yeah, we'll take the meals.
5, 4,
Yeah.
4 meals.
4? That's 2 gold then.
There you go.
Should I? Right, take a seat. It'll come out.
Astra and the long con will tell Sebastian that we're at the tavern. And the meat is there. We've got food for everyone.
Cool.
Muchas gracias, mi amigos. I have just nearly killed Hrugguhl.
No way.
It was really accidental. I'm really sorry about it. But he did sneak up on me, so it's kind of bad.
Tis but a scratch.
It really wasn't that.
Sure,
That's
it
a
was just
2d3.
a scratch. Yeah.
We'll
This
line up
first
a
scratch
line up
froze
a
up
shot for
vomit
the
and
survivor.
Let's just make sure that Hrugguhl gets a decent portion of fruit. He's going to.
Yeah.
All right.
You see me shooting you a small glare.
I'm not going to lie to our comrades.
While like like food's being prepared, Astra will dash to the stable, say, "We don't need him for the rest of the day, but we'll pick him up tomorrow." Well, I don't know what that does with costs, but
So they will charge you for the day because you've only just told them it's in the evening. So they'll charge you 10 gold, but they will give you 100 gold back from the deposit.
I don't know if he even took the deposit off.
Did you not take it off your thing? Okay,
I don't
fair
think
enough.
I did. I think I don't, that
I put 174 gold into that pot, just remember.
yeah.
So yeah, if you didn't, then that's fine. But so it's just the 10 gold then. Eventually, you will be joined by Sebastian and Hrugguhl. Hrugguhl's looking a little green under the gills there.
He's trying to hide it.
Yeah,
Not-
he's
probably not perfectly successfully.
Yeah, he doesn't look well. He clearly hasn't taken any battle damage, but he's not looking good.
I'm laughing, by the way. Sebastian's not laughing. Sebastian looks like the most guilty he's ever looked in his entire life, and he's just like gritting his teeth, like,
Again, so sorry. So sorry.
Did you guys
Don't mention.
what is Agata thinks they hooked up.
You see, Hrugguhl picked his poison.
Oh, good one, my friend.
Please, I would never get involved with teammates.
Fantastic.
We have meals lined up anyway. Eat, drink, flask offered to Hrugguhl.
I
Looks like
take
he
a
needs it.
very slight sip because I don't want any more poison in me.
You got to build up your tolerance.
Yeah.
So
Is there
we
anything
are
else?
staying the night then.
We are indeed. It's
Mm.
we're waiting for the Mastersmith to do some bits and pieces for us. So I
We've
mean,
probably got quite a bit of time to kill, haven't we?
yeah, by all means, you can go and request some things yourself if you wish. They do some neat tricks. They any amendments to your weapon or a weapon they can do for you.
Impressive. I do not really use a weapon, so I will go.
and he'll like half finish his meal, so he'll only eat a small amount of his portion, slide it over to Hrugguhl, and then he'll go over to the innkeeper, tavern keeper,
Yeah, the female dwarf.
female dwarf, and just say,
Hola, mi amor.
What?
Right, never mind.
Yeah, more. He's flirting.
I was wondering, I do not see any music or band players or anything. Would it be possible for me to busk here tonight?
Are you any good?
He is. And I have a beautiful voice.
It would just be me.
Agata's had a few.
Yeah. Well, can you play me a tune?
Of course I can.
What
he
performance?
he's like, bird pipes or lute. I think he'll if just for the tune he'll do the bird pipes.
Well, then roll performance.
Oh boy, here we go.
Anyone give me advantage? Anyone give me bonus?
Well, no, we can't. We're inside.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
You keep yourself.
24.
24.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something. I
am
like it.
Pretty
I
good.
like it. How about I pay you a gold for the evening?
How about 2 gold?
Maybe if you started all day, but
How about 2 gold and I'll play at breakfast?
Okay, sure. But I'll
Pleasure
give you
to
1
meet
gold tonight and 1 tomorrow.
Puts a hand out.
Yep, she'll shake your hand.
Excellent.
I'm Sardu, by the way.
I am Sebastian, and my team and I are the Seeds of Crisia. You'll hear as
Ah.
well.
Fantastic. Well then, she'll motion you to one side of sort of the side walls for you to do your thing.
I think he'll start soft with like the bird pipes and like be like a gentle ambient noise, and then as it begins to get rowdy, he gets the lute out and goes like full pelt, and he'll be like everyone's watched the latest Puss in Boots, The Last Wish.
Yes, absolutely, banger.
Yeah, that kind of level of
Yeah. Agata's the
Favourite
first one
village
on the
hero.
dance floor.
100%.
Creates a dance floor.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, people are, into it. You're not being well. Nothing's being thrown at you. Let's go that far.
That's good. That's a positive sign for me.
You're not. I don't think anyone's going to really throw you any coins, but
I'd put something down in case,
yeah, no,
like
that's
my
fair, but
backpack, but
yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
don't-
expect it.
yeah, no one's going to pass you any coins. But again, it's like very middle of the road. They don't hate you, they don't love you.
Okay.
They're,
24? They don't
Well,
love me?
I rolled a separate thing for the.
Oh,
crowd,
okay.
So,
The critical reception.
Odd crowd.
well, if it was bad, then
crowd.
they would have been throwing shit at
Yeah,
you.
they would be throwing shit at me.
You
Yeah,
know.
that's fair.
So, yeah. No, that's fine. Is there anything else you would like to do for the evening before turning in?
Agata would keep drinking, so you can charge me for that if you like, because she won't just be using her own supply. Probably get
How many?
sloppy enough towards the end to give Sebastian an apology. Perhaps not totally heartfelt, but just trying to
Close enough.
justify her anger.
Matt, take 5 silver out of your.
Business expense.
I'll join for a pint or two of that.
That's fine.
Beautiful.
What's
What's
that?
another two silver then?
I'll just take a
You
gold.
take
Yep.
another two?
I'll just take a gold.
Yeah.
Fine.
No, that'll be my money. I wouldn't charge it.
It was just a
money.
gold.
I
a
did
gold's
think
worth
so.
of fun for the whole team.
Beautiful.
It's
Appreciate
thirsty
it,
work
boss.
for Sebastian as well.
Yeah.
I think if Agata is apologising for her.
While you're performing, are you apologizing while he's
Oh
performing?
yeah, you
Yeah,
apologise
she's
for
like
her.
yelling over the music, like I'm just so
What are you
damn
saying?
angry.
Can't
I
we do
think
this
while
later? I'm
all-
on stage.
She was. Don't worry.
While all this is happening, Thordas has just got to find the most quiet part of the tavern he can find, and just pretty much just have some time to himself, sort of work out a little bit, just make sure to keep his gains up.
Yeah. The big guy goes in the very dark corner.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Little quick workout. Grabs the
Mhm.
door frames.
Probably with the bar, the stools, right? Just using the stools as dumbbells.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay. Anything else?
Before we head up to bed, once Sebastian's finished, Hrugguhl, not drunk, but clearly a bit tipsy, goes to him and says, Sebastian, that was a good hit. I'll give you that. Better than I thought you'd managed to do. And then I turn around.
Actually, probably best to leave it there.
I go find Agata and I'm just like,
Okay, what were you saying? I was busy playing. I couldn't hear you.
How late would you have finished?
I'd probably if Sebastian's earning money doing it, he would play until
She's
late.
passed out.
Yeah, you probably will be passed
Yeah.
out.
People
She's
are
pretty passed out in a pile of playing cards.
With me.
Yeah.
Playing.
You just having been fleecing me for like an hour.
I will say, people are quite wary of you. Obviously, they're okay with the music, but at the end of the day, you are a snake man. Inside their pub, inside their tavern, playing music, they pipe as well. Snake charmer playing the snake.
It starts with the pipe and then I move into the loop.
Fair enough. They're not. They're just not sure what to sort of, how to really behave and react to it. They're a bit what? I mean,
Yeah, that's right.
good,
No,
but
when I say earning money, I mean as in I've
Oh,
been
the money they're
paid
paying
to
you.
play.
Yeah, okay, fine,
So
fine, fine.
for that reason, I'd probably try play until pretty much everyone's passed out,
Okay.
because I wouldn't want to stop while there are still guests enjoying it.
Fair enough.
Would Hrugguhl try to extract any information from Agata? Will he push?
No.
Will he press?
Like, if you started to open up, if Agata started to open up, Hrugguhl would go down that line, but he wouldn't push if you didn't go down that way.
Yeah, I'd say similar information to what we gave Sebastian. It's an expression of rage, you know.
Okay.
I mean, they don't know that you broke the window, right?
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
she
anything.
probably wouldn't be specific about what she did unless she was pressed for it, because it wouldn't occur to her. But she would probably talk about having some pent up stuff to work through.
That's okay. Yeah, Hrugguhl wouldn't press seeing as you requested. Not.
Yeah. It wouldn't take much for her to start mouthing off about the Cyrillician, though. About nature of truth and so on.
I missed all of that. Did I need to know that?
No, you need to know that she hates non-fiction books.
It's non-fiction.
It's a character trait.
Cool.
She only reads fiction.
What's wrong with non-fiction? It's useful.
Useful to some. It's
I don't
control, man.
It might make you better at these games. I put my hand down and take a bit more of her pot.
God, how are you? It stands up and starts yelling about him cheating. Sits controls stuff. Sorry, it was out of Again, this continues ad nauseum.
I fold the next hand, even though I'm pretty sure I could have won.
All mind games, huh? I double down. Satisfied with winning her own money.
What's that? You go to sleep. You'll get your 1 gold, Sebastian, so you can add it to you. Well, she'll ask you, do you want it paid? Do you want it? Do you want it paid to your account? Do you want it paid to the
I'm
guild
putting
account?
it in my pocket as
Your pocket.
loose change.
Fine. So yeah, you can all rest without issue. So you can all press the long rest button.
Yay.
And you hit. Yeah.
Thank you.
The next day.
Thank God Hrugguhl gets a rest. Ooh.
If you'd not be out.
Oh yeah, I should have slapped you.
That would have been so funny.
Dang, sorry, I forgot about your health.
There's a slap, and then all we just hear is a thunk.
It's like, bro, no!
Yo,
I suppose
Before
he's gonna build you
Hrugguhl.
back up afterwards.
Yeah. But before Hrugguhl beds, he'll still do the little string and bell around the door.
No, that's fine. I mean, this place is is much more of a modest place. Like
Even
they're a
so.
little bit more. They've got locks on the doors and everything. It's not. It's fine. This place is better than the kind of poor place you were in before.
Hrugguhl doesn't trust it anyway.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Does it have a decent bed?
Yes, standard bed. They're just
Standard
run-of-the-mill
is better
standard.
than what we had before.
Oh yeah. No, these are proper beds. Yeah, so you get a much more comfortable sleep out of it. So obviously tomorrow you wake up. One thing that's a little bit more apparent the next morning is you hear a lot more hustle and bustle outside. Not like panic or anything. Just a lot more people moving around than the previous day. I assume at breakfast you just go about your business and you'll play again, and you'll get an extra gold as well. So
while he's busking, should we go pick up our deliveries?
Yeah, I would like you to pick up mine for me because I'm worse for wear. Like, Seb, please, quieter.
I'll keep to the bird pipes, okay?
I'll pick it up for you.
She'll go back to bed.
do you want me to go and get the horse and cart ready?
Yeah, let's go.
okay, so Hrugguhl's going Mastersmith, Astra and Thordas are going to the stable. And
I have to finish my set.
yeah, Agata and Sebastian will stay in the tavern for a bit. Right, so Hrugguhl, yeah, you go to the Mastersmith. She will give you all the things that she was making for you. So yeah, it's basically what we discussed. You've kind of got this sort of elastic, not elastic. It's like a stretchy rope that's attached to the bottom of your dagger. So you can throw it and sort of pull it back in kind of the same. It's more like a bladed whip almost.
So it's like a slash. You're not expecting to stick into them and have to be yanked
No,
out.
yeah, no. I mean, obviously, it depends on how you throw it. As you get more, so it's more. What I kind of more think of it is like, I know it's not really like a whip, but it's more like fling out kind of thing. So you could still do piercing in the sense that you're throwing it out straight, but then
Does it mean an enemy could catch it and use it against them? Yeah.
yes, they could. There's the cost of getting something that's tied to you and them at the same time. So yes, if you are against something that's skilled enough, it could potentially work as a hindrance, but that's the cost of not going for a magically returning blade. So, but me and you've talked about the ways that that's going to work.
Cool.
So that's fine.
I inspect both the glaive and also the dagger. They look of a decent quality.
Yes, no, the glaive. I mean, these things are really good. Like, if you didn't know any better, you'd think they were supposed to look like that, rather than something that's just been changed. The glaive, obviously, like a glaive is massively long. This one's like a lot sleeker. So, like for example, the rather than like having a circular pole, it's more like flat. So the idea is like it's a little bit more sort of streamlined. Whereas like you've got a grip that's sort of a bit further up. So you can kind of like adjust, and you've still got the reach, but you can still do it with one hand. It's got like it's kind of like got proper grip to it, where you can sort of like really get a good hold onto it. And it's obviously balanced, so they put something on the bottom to sort of balance it better, so that you can, you don't have to have a second hand to balance it. You almost feel like the distribution is actually in the pole itself, so that rather than it all just being a pommel at the end, they've distributed the weight along the pole so that it's got that extra sort of balance for the idea that you are going to one-hand this thing.
I'll give them both a bit of a play around before leaving. This is good craftsmanship.
Wow, what are they? Female dwarf. Wow, yes, I wouldn't be a mastersmith if it wasn't good.
Of course. But thank you.
No problem. So, you guys get the horses. So again, they'll charge you 100 gold that you would then give back. You are looking at, so if you're going from Arkera now to Quarn, you're looking at, if you're going about 2.5 days. If you're going fast again, you'll get there in 1.5 days, basically, to Quarn from where you are. So
yeah, we've been pushing the horses.
No, that's fine. So you all kind of finish. So unless there's anything else you want to do, you can head back out again.
Good.
All good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Test the weapon, like surprisingly dexterous and limber in combat despite being hungover. Like she's done this before.
So you'll head off. So you're going to push them again. So you'll get most of the way there. What I will say, who's driving, by the way?
Hrugguhl, I think.
Again, it's the same.
Okay.
Taking turns.
But taking turns, yeah.
That's fine. So if Hrugguhl's driving, as you're sort of going along, you notice that something drives up beside you. You would have seen it in the distance, but obviously, it came up from behind, and obviously you are going pretty fast, so you didn't quite see it, or until it kind of got up to you. But what you see is a carriage very similar to yours, except the wood's kind of all blackened, and it's being pulled by 5 horses where they're sort of blackened horses, and their mane is sort of made of fire, burning and sort of generating this smoke. And the smoke that's actually coming off these 5 horses is actually forming a humanoid shape in the driver's seat.
What on earth?
Dang.
And it drives up beside you, keeps pace with you, looks at, kind of what you can imagine, looks at you, and just sort of like raises, it kind of looks at you, turns back forward, sort of raises his like thingies, and almost like,
Reigns.
yeah, there you go, reins, and kind of like hunches over into sort of like this kind of motion.
Like he wants to race.
Bro,
Yeah.
no, we can't. Can't race the horses like that.
You can see him mulling it over briefly, and then
I will obviously, it's not attacking you. I'll
No,
make
no.
that abundantly clear. It's not attacking you.
Hrugguhl, you can see a sly grin into his face. He thinks about it for a moment, but then listens to.
Do the math. 2 versus 5 isn't fair. Plus, we got a lot of waiting back.
You're right.
We aren't equipped to go racing.
Not a fair game, but I give away, but I slow down a little to let him overtake.
He just kind of goes, and then he just sort of goes off into the distance, and you just see it disappear.
You can see a little look of disappointment in
That's right.
Hrugguhl's face, but he'll keep on going.
We'll get him next time. We'll get him next time.
Yeah. Okay. You'll get a you'll rest again for the evening, without much of an issue. You can actually see, as you're getting closer and closer towards the end of the day, like the terrain is starting to change. So there's a lot less ash. The trees are looking a little bit more full of life, and you can kind of see as this area is sort of transitioning to into a less severe state, you know, sort of back into a normal forest, so that normal trees are sort of sporadically sort of appearing. By the time you kind of stop, you haven't quite reached like the nice forest, but you can kind of see it in the distance. So yeah, you basically, I mean, unless you want to push the horses until you get that far, but by the time you reach normal travel, you'll just see it off in the distance.
Or wouldn't it be nice to just rest amongst the trees? I give a sly smile to Astra.
Well, why not?
We keep going.
Okay. Next time on Tracas of Crisia. Was that a good idea to do that to the horses? To push an extra bit after they're tired? How would that race have gone with the with that black carriage? And what is going to await them in Quarn? Let's find out next time on Tracas of Crisia.